So, one of the compliments that I received most often about my new book, Primal Suspect, was that my characters felt real to life, that my characters jumped off the page. And thank you so much to all my readers who said that. That makes a writer feel so good. But flipping that on its head and seeing how I could help my clients as a book coach, I want to help my clients do the same, right? So I sat down and I thought about what did I do differently that other writers maybe haven't thought of to do, and how can I help my writers to spend more time on their writing, even when they're super busy and don't have time to write. Okay, so I put together a few things that I did with my characters that you could try, or that might spark an idea for something you could do if these don't really appeal to you. So one of the things that I did is I spent my workout time with my characters. So one of my favorite things to do in my free time is to go on long runs. And so I would go as my character. I wouldn't just think about my story while I was on my run. I would go as if I was that character. So how would Renee approach a 3 or 4 or 5 mile run? How would David approach this run? Would they go all out as if they were an athlete? Would they take breaks? Would their quote unquote run turn into a stroll where they stopped by Starbucks and picked up the seasonal latte and a scone to go with it? Because, in fiction land, there is no such thing as carbohydrates, right? Just in case you didn't know. Anyway, number 2, I tell myself bedtime stories, and I know that I am not alone in this. I have talked to my other writer friends, and they have confirmed that we are all crazy if you write fiction anyway, and we all tend to tell ourselves stories at night as we wait to fall asleep. So I would put my characters, into these strange stories, and sometimes it turned into a scene. Sometimes it worked out for me, and I had to get out of bed and jot down that scene real quick before I forgot it. But either way, it was more time that I was spending with my characters. Third, I wrote fan fiction about my characters. That's a little embarrassing to admit. I don't really know why, but it is. But when I would have writing competitions that I had entered and I had to come up with a scene quickly, or maybe we were at writers group and I was given a prompt and I didn't really know where to go with it, I would just put Renee and David into these strange situations where they were jetting off to the moon as astronauts, or maybe they were, scuba diving in the deep sea. Maybe they were arguing with the president of the United States about the state of the free world, whatever it might be, a situation that they would never normally be in. I would put them in it. And yeah, I'm probably never going to use that scene, but I know my characters a little bit better by the end of it. And finally, and this is really closely related, but I would put them into strange and unique situations. Again, whether I was going to use that for my book or not, it was just getting to know them better, whether that scene ever gets written out or if it's just in your head. So there's really a million different ways you could do this, when you're shopping, when you're walking, when you're driving down the road, anytime that you would normally turn on a podcast or listen to music, turn it off and spend some time with your characters. Okay, so I hope that helps, and I hope that I see you again soon. Until then, happy writing.